Hi, this is Ferre with TaxSaleSupport.com. I'm here with Swenson, and this is one of our Property Deal of the Week videos.
Yeah, and today we're going to be talking about New York. Now, New York is considered a tax deed state.
Yeah, basically that means that counties will foreclose on properties after a set period of time and then offer those properties up at auction, starting at the back taxes and fees. So most properties are sold premium bidding, meaning that highest bid wins, and they have a lot of great sales on site and online.
Yeah, exactly. They also offer over-the-counters in some of the counties, or they'll sell them through what are called land banks.
Yeah. Now, we want to do a quick shout out here to all of our, to some of our YouTube members that we have here.
Yeah, we just want to thank any of our website members, our YouTube members, also any of our subscribers and followers. We appreciate you guys. Really, we do have some of the best followers and members.
Yeah, you bet. So we are going to be looking at another sale here in New York, and this is for Madison County, which they just ended their auction. Really just ended a couple days ago here, or yesterday. I mean, September 15th, so pretty recent.
Yeah. Another auction that's taking place online through New York. We've done a few of these videos, and there's really been a lot of good properties.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the first property here. So the first example, was one that I thought was kind of interesting because, it didn't necessarily have a high opening bid amount, but it only sold for $18,000. And one thing that's a little bit different about New York is that obviously they have some interior images of the property as well, which was the case in this property, and I could tell that it was halfway through a rehab process already.
Yeah, one thing that automatically stood out to me is I can see it looks like it's got an energy efficient newer furnace down there below. Yeah. We can also see the newer tub built in. And so even though this property is old, I mean, looking at the property was built, 1900s, 1903, so it's really 100 years old. You can see that a lot of has been done to modernize it, even though it's only halfway through this potential rehab, just by things like the wall, the ceiling, the siding on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, so it sold for $18,000. The county's assessed value on it, that they had on paper there was $40,000. The estimated market on it is $68,200, and also it has a $1,200 a month rent estimate. And so this is a property where you could legitimately get this and put another $5,000 to $10,000 into it and have a property that you could rent out for more than $1,000 a month.
Yeah, and really I think that that's where this property's best use would be, because I mean you could turn around and flip it, and I'm sure you could make 30 grand on it or so. But really, I agree with you. I think that the best use for this type of property would be to go ahead and rehab it, use it as a rental, and let's say you're into it a total of 30 grand. Maybe it costs more than that. But if we're into it 30 grand, it's renting out for $1,200 a month. Within 2.5, 3 years, this property is going to pay for itself. And really, at that point, you're going to have income coming in every single month for as long as you own this property, and it's only going to go up in value. So it may only be worth 70 grand now, but in 10 years after you've rented it and brought in thousands of dollars of income, it may be worth 120 then.
Yeah, and really, it does have more value for its ability to bring in monthly rent than anything else right now. Let's look at the second example here. So property number 2 we have is a property that they paid $42,000 for. And this was a home that was actually still occupied. So there's still people living in it, but it looks like it's in a decent condition. But the county's assessed value on it is about $95,000. The estimated value on it is about $106,000. But they still came in at a pretty good rate. They picked it up for less than 40 cents on the dollar.
Well, and I think that if it had an extra bath listed there within the Zillow algorithm, that we would see that estimate on this property potentially jump up quite a bit, because it's got 4 bedrooms.
It's almost 2,000 square feet.
Yeah, and it's very possible that over the years it has been remodeled and does have a second bathroom. I think you can still make money on it. Probably, I would say maybe $10,000 more than we would have liked to paid for it. But I think you can still make a lot. It's still going to be a good deal.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, interesting property there, and certainly one where they bought it with plenty of profitability in it, so they can kind of decide what they want to do. Now, here's the third property. This is another really interesting one. So, this is a piece of vacant commercial land, and it is 4 acres, just a little bit over 4 acres. You know, it sold for $61,000. It has a county's assessed value of $190,000. You know, I didn't dig too much into the market value on it, so much as I really was looking more into exactly figuring out where the location's at, because actually, it's, you know, the listing on this is wrong. It's not on Utica Street. At least the access point is not from Utica Street. It's from Madison Street. And so I was, you know, I looked over there from Madison Street because their map was wrong.
Yeah.
And you can actually kind of see where this property is at, and actually, it butts right up against probably, you know, the part of the property there that Big Lots and Perry's is at and stuff. You know, it's up against there, but the access road for it is, you know, on the other side. But one thing that's interesting, though, is that the parking lot already goes through.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's one of those things where you could probably extend it and, you know, and use that access, or maybe get some kind of an easement or something to be able to use the parking.
Well, and that may be, you know, I think it could be easily possible. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of possibilities with this property. You could obviously use it as commercial. You might be able to do something like an apartment complex or something like that as well, mm-hmm. Being close to downtown. 4 acres, plenty of size, so that if something larger wanted to come in, say a Walmart or, you know, something like that, a grocery store, there's probably enough room to be able to do that. And with the assessed value at $190,000, from what we've seen in a lot of these New York counties, the market value is probably about 30% higher than the assessed value. So there could, you know, I think $250,000 is pretty, you know, a pretty fair guess. Could even be worth more than that. You know, it could be worth, especially once you've gone through quiet title. And this type of property is also one that might be worth, you know, well, of course, once you purchased it, doing some additional tests on it, mm-hmm. you know, and you know, doing some surveys, things like that, to really find out the potential uses, so that you can market this property to the right potential buyer.
Yeah, but yeah, there is the chance there that the buyer could end up, you know, doing as well as earning a couple $100,000 on this deal.
Yeah, I think that's definitely possible. I mean, I think you're going to make $150,000 to $200,000 on this property, and it's going to cost more. But I would rather put my $60,000 into this property where I know what it is, versus maybe a structure where I'm taking a little bit of a guess, like maybe the structure's not even worth that much, you mm-hmm. know. And usually, if you could get a structure that's worth $250,000 for $60,000, that's in decent condition, be worth going. But it's only through land that we can buy it, you know, at this maybe 25 cents on the dollar or less, where if this was the same equivalent home, it would probably be bidding up to 50 cents on the dollar, and that would be a great deal.
Yeah. If it was a home, it probably would have sold for, you know, for at least $100,000.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, for sure. It's interesting. You know, we would like to know what you think about these properties. You know, I mean, do you think, are they good deals? Really, there's deals that we come across, you know, when we're looking at the results, and so we're interested to know. You know, and it's something you can do to help the channel. You know, comment in the comment section there, and let us know what you think about the properties in these examples.
Yeah, would love to hear from you guys. You know, and also subscribe if you haven't got a chance. You can also download our free ebook at secretsoftaxlieninvesting.com. Me and Shade also do a free webinar about once a month that you can register for on that website as well. Yeah,
you can also become a member of Tax Sale Support if you like this type of training. You know, there's a couple different ways you can join. You can join on the website for $39 a month. You can cancel anytime, or you can also join on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. We have the bronze membership starting at $2.99, and then the gold membership actually includes a membership to Tax Sale Support. So that's going to give you access to our list, to our weekly webinars, everything that's included with our membership program.
Yeah, so hey, thanks so much for watching this video.
Yeah, appreciate it.